protecting yourself when you're thinking about buying a business. So people often think about buying a business instead of starting one from scratch. It's a great way to go because you've got something that's already making money and is existing. It will cost you money to buy it, but how do you protect yourself? In order to protect yourself best when you're buying a business, your first step is to decide what kind of business you want to buy. One, the type of nature of the industry of itself, but then also, are you looking to buy a franchise or just a business that's an independently owned, ongoing concern? A franchise is going to have very specific things that you want to look into, the franchise agreements, any obligations, and all that stuff. Have a lawyer go over it because there are very, very fine details that can cost you a lot of money if they're not looked after. If you're buying a business itself, again, you want to have it looked over so you know what it is that you're getting. Not only that, you have to decide, are you going to buy the shares of the company, in which case you get everything that it owns, but not just the stuff, that also includes liabilities and debts and all that stuff, even tax concerns. So you have to make sure you do your due diligence to make sure you're safe. If you're buying the assets of the company instead of the shares, you're only buying the things, the inventory, the desks, the physical stuff, and not the liabilities. So there's advantages and disadvantages. Some are tax or some are liability driven. Make sure you know what you want to do and make sure that you know the risks and what you can do to protect yourself. Next, in terms of due diligence, you want to make sure you look at the company financials. It's great if someone tells you this company makes lots of money, and maybe it does make lots of money, but does it also cost even more money to make it run? Are you able to run it better, more efficiently? Are you going to make more than the person who's selling it to you because you're just going to do a better job? They've gotten tired and a little complacent. You think you could do better. You can grow it. You can build it. You can move it into your existing infrastructure on another business. So you're going to know best. Talk to an accountant. Accountants look at the financials and give you a good idea of what the company's worth and what the risks are. Next, you want to make sure that you can continue to run the business. If you're in the industry that the business you're buying is in, then great, you probably have a good sense of what you need to do. But if you're buying a business right from the start you've never done before, whether it's a restaurant or a service industry, you want to make sure that you can continue that business operating so you don't lose the client base. You want to make sure that you know the ins and outs on how to run it. Maybe you keep the existing owner as part of your deal, that they stay with you for a few weeks or a month or whatever time frame that you know how to run things. Next, you got to look at employee obligations. So depending on how you structure the transaction itself, you could have big liabilities in terms of employees if there are things owing to them, bonuses, if someone is terminated, what your ability is to terminate them without a large expense. So you want to make sure that you understand all of that also. And last, the location of the business, not just the location, but also the physical stuff online, the intellectual property. You need to make sure that you know what it is that you're getting as a whole so that you don't run into problems after you start your business.